So I come home from work, and this is what I find. A sewing machine on the dining room table. And a bunch of fabric. And Lisa's up to no good. So what are you making?
Curtains for the RV.
What we have curtains, the blinds that come down.
Yes, but these will look nicer in there.
So we're taking all that out?
No, we're just adding this in.
So you're saying, Lisa, you got that at a yard sale?
Yep.
Huh. And it used to be curtains?
It used to be curtains, yeah.
There you go. She's repurposing it. From curtains to curtains.
And we have matching shams, which we use for the couch, so that'll coordinate it all.
Huh. What's a sham?
That's a fancy pillow case.
Okay. Oh, all the new terminology. If it's not made out of wood or metal, and it's her department. So, since we have used fabric from shades from a yard sale, Lisa's having to take them apart because the fabric material is not wide enough what we're going to use it on the door shade. But if we take a, what is it, a hem? Or is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the rod casing.
The rod casing. If she takes the rod casing apart, then we have enough fabric. And then what are you going to do? You're just going to serge that end with the serge machine?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that machine. It does a neat job. Is that cutting the fabric?
Yes, this is a serger, and it cuts and binds the fabric at the same time.
So that's different than a sewing machine?
Yes, sewing machine just sews.
Huh. Is that why it has 4 threads?
Yes.
Interesting. Huh. So that's how they make those ends. I'm still not understanding exactly where these curtains are going or how they're going, but so what are you doing now?
I'm making the side hems. Since I used curtains that were in, we found these in a garage sale, and they were for a bedroom, and I don't need that much fabric. I already have bottom hems done, and I just have to make side hems and a casing for a tension rod.
All right, let me get out of your way. There's an ironing board out also. Why are you ironing it?
Also, it'll lay flat when I go to sew it later.
Oh, okay. What's that thing?
That's a, I think a seam guide or something. It helps me measure so I don't have an even hem.
Huh, I thought I had a lot of tools.
You do have a lot of tools.
So you just set that to the one hem and then you can use it to size up the second hem?
Yeah.
We call that a depth gauge. Now how do you run it through with the pins in it?
You take them out as you go along.
Ah, so I knew there was a trick. Okay, now we're in the dog room, and this one actually is a sewing machine. Looks like it's about 100 years old. Is it old, or is it just meant to look like that?
No, that's old.
It's got a gas pedal too?
It does.
See, Lisa makes stuff too. Oh, and there you pull the pin out, huh?
Yep.
Interesting. Why is that hem there so big?
Because the rod's going to go in it to hang the curtains.
The best part about this project is I didn't have to do much. What you don't know is that this RV that we bought, we had to gut the hole inside of it, and Lisa did a whole bunch of decorating, and in our last RV, it was mauve in color because it was from the 80s, and Lisa made all the covers and changed all the colors inside of that, and it came out really nice. So that rod just slips into that pocket you just made.
Yes.
I think we need to take a look exactly to see where these curtains are going to go in the RV. So what are you doing? You just adjust the screw to where you want the rod,
Yeah.
the length to be?
Yes.
To fit the window?
Yes.
Okay. So how does it work then? Because right here, this is what we have on our windows now.
And this part makes me crazy. That is crooked. Makes me crazy.
I didn't see a problem with it. So you just put it up there inside the same valance box that came with the camper to begin with. All right. Well, look at that.
There we go. Now we got curtains.
So how did you found this in the yard sale, but it kind of coordinates with all our stuff.
Yeah. And this is the sham thing.
Oh,
That coordinates the couch.
I would call that a pillow.
Yeah, well, pillowcase. It's a fancy pillowcase is all it is. Okay. All right. The next project is we're going to take this fabric and put it on here.
On what? That shade?
Yeah.
How are we going to do that?
I'll show you that in a minute.
All right. Well, it seems like it only took Lisa just a few minutes to sew this thing up. I think it's a pretty good improvement. It hides the plain white night and day shades that you see typically in RVs. We still have this one here behind the couch. But I think that looks a whole lot better. And dressed it up for how much? How much were the materials?
Oh, like $5.
So for $5, and how much was the rod?
I think it was $8 for each rod.
Dang, so right around $10. And that was enough material to do both windows?
Yes.
And to do this other
Yes.
project? Okay. So if you got one of these plain Jane white pull down shades in your RV, this is going to be a good way to dress it up for little to no money. And we're going to have to remake this whole box one day. The wheelchair lift used to sit right there. Our RV used to be a wheelchair equipped, and we took that out. So this box is actually the wrong size, not centered on the door.